Hello students, let us continue chapter 2 Nutrition in Animals. So far in this chapter we discussed about different ways of taking food in animals and we now know about different parts of human digestive system. Till now, we have discussed about the mouth and the buccal cavity, which is the first compartment, which is the first part of the alimentary canal, which is also known as the digestive tract. We have discussed about arrangement of teeth and also know about milk teeth and permanent teeth. Now we know the reason our teeth damage or decays and how we can prevent them. And we learned about the functions of our tongue and different regions of our tongue. Let us now know about hiccups. Sometimes when you eat in a hurry, talk or laugh while eating, you may get hiccups or a choking sensation. This happens when food particles enter the windpipe. The windpipe carries air from the nostrils to the lungs. It runs adjacent to the food pipe, but inside the throat, air and food share a common passage. Then, how is food prevented from entering the windpipe? During the act of swallowing, a flap-like valve closes the passage of the windpipe and guides the food into the food pipe. If by chance food particles enter the windpipe, we feel choked or get hiccups. You all must have experienced hiccups, which is caused when you eat in a hurry or talking while eating. When you talk or laugh while eating, the food particles enter your windpipe, which carries air from the nostrils to the lungs. The windpipe and the food pipe both are close to each other. They are adjacent to each other. That means they are very close to each other. Also, they have a common passage inside the throat. Now that they have a common passage, how does food enter the food pipe only? This is because when we swallow food, a flap-like valve closes the passage of the windpipe. That means it closes the opening of the windpipe in the throat and the food goes into the food pipe. But if by chance the food particles enter the windpipe, that is while we are eating in a hurry or we are talking or laughing while eating, there is a chance that the food particles may enter the windpipe, and when this happens we experience hiccups or we feel choked or we cough. Next, the food pipe or the esophagus. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. Look at figure 2.2. The food pipes runs along the neck and the chest. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. Actually, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal and pushes the food downwards. At times, the food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. Recall the instances when you vomited after eating and think of the reason for it. Discuss with your parents and teacher. After chewing the food, we swallow it and the swallowed food passes to the food pipe, which is also known as the esophagus. In this figure, we can see that the esophagus or the food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. The food we eat is pushed down because of the movement of the wall of the esophagus. In this figure, we can see the movement of food in the alimentary canal. This is the food and the walls of the alimentary canal push the food downwards. So not only is the esophagus, but throughout the alimentary canal, movement of the food takes place this way. That means the food is pushed downwards. So the food we eat goes into the stomach because of the movement of the wall of the alimentary canal. But if we eat excess of food, it is not accepted by our stomach and it is vomited out. So when we eat too much of food, the stomach rejects it and it is vomited. That's why you must have vomited after you just ate your food, or you must have also been ill. That means you must have been suffering from some disease, or you must have taken too much of food. Either of it can be the common causes of vomit. The next topic we are going to discuss is the stomach. The stomach is a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened U, and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe at one end and opens into the small intestine at the other. After the food leaves the mouth, it enters the esophagus to reach the stomach. Our stomach is like a bag having a thick wall, and speaking of the shape of it, our stomach looks like a flattened U. Now in your textbook it is given that the shape of the stomach is like a flattened J. Both of it is correct. Compared to other parts of the alimentary canal, it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe. It is connected with the food pipe in one end and receives food from it, and it opens into the small intestine from the other end. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic. The digestive juices break down the proteins into simpler substances. The inside of the stomach secretes mucus, which is a sticky, slimy substance. It also secretes hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining, that is the inside of the stomach, from its own digestive juices, and the acid kills the bacteria in the food and makes the medium of the food acidic. In this way, it will be easier for the digestive juices to act, which break down proteins into simpler substances. The working of the stomach was discovered by a strange accident. In 1822, a man named Alexis Saint Martin was badly hit by a shotgun. The bullet had seriously damaged the chest wall and made a hole in his stomach. He was brought to an American Army doctor, William Beaumont. The doctor saved the patient, but he could not close the hole properly. You can see this in figure. Beaumont took it as a great opportunity to see the inside of the stomach through the hole. He made some wonderful observations. Here, American Army doctor William Beaumont, he discovered the working of the stomach, and it happened accidentally in the year 1822. There was a man named Alexis Saint Martin who was badly injured. He was badly hit by a shotgun, and the bullet from the shotgun damaged the wall of his chest and made a hole in his stomach. You can see this in figure. Dr. Williams saved the patient, but the hole was not closed properly and was bandaged. Using this hole, the doctor observed the inside of the stomach of the patient. Beaumont found that the stomach was churning food. Its wall secreted a fluid which could digest the food. He also observed that the end of the stomach opens into the intestine only after the digestion of the food inside the stomach is completed. He observed that the stomach was churning food, and the walls of the stomach, it secreted a fluid, and that fluid could digest the food. He also observed that the end of the stomach opens into the intestine. When does it open into the intestine? Only after the digestion of the food in the stomach is completed, the end of the stomach opens into the intestine.